This is TradeFlow News, bringing you relevant news and insights from around the world. TradeFlow News, enabling trade for SMEs and economies worldwide.
These are some of the key topics that we will be looking into in today's program.
First, let's take a look at the overnight headlines which are impacting the commodity markets.
Oil prices edged up on Friday and were set to end the week modestly higher as markets awaited an OPEC Plus decision on supply agreements for the second quarter amid differing demand indicators key consumers US and China. Brent futures for May climbed 27 cents, or 0.33%, to $82.18 a barrel by 0403 GMT, while US West Texas Intermediate WTI for April rose 20 cents, or 0.26%, to $78.46. WTI is on track for at least a 2.5% increase this week, while Brent is holding near last week's settlement price. Brent has hovered comfortably above the $80 mark for 3 weeks.
Top oil exporter Saudi Arabia may keep term prices of crude it sells to Asian customers little changed in April versus March following a slight rise in Middle East benchmark prices, several trade sources said. The official selling price of flagship Arab light crude could stay unchanged or rise by 10 to 20 cents a barrel in April, according to a Reuters survey of 6 refining sources. This comes after the prompt Dubai market structure widened in backwardation by 10 cents in February from the previous month, Reuters data showed. Backwardation is when prompt prices are higher than those in future months, indicating tight supply.
Moving on to the top news in the energy sector.
OPEC oil output in February has risen, a Reuters survey found on Thursday, as a recovery in Libyan production from disruption offset the impact of voluntary cuts by other members agreed with the wider OPEC Plus alliance. The OPEC pumped 26.42 million barrels per day, BPD, this month, up 90,000 barrels of oil per day from January, the survey found. Libyan output rose month on month by 150,000 barrels of oil per day. The biggest rise in production came from Libya, one of the OPEC members not required to restrain output, after the Sharara oil field, one of the country's largest, restarted after being shut down due to unrest.
European Union countries are negotiating exemptions for a proposed EU-wide tax on polluting aviation fuel for islands, in a move that could benefit countries such as Ireland, Cyprus, Malta, Spain and Greece, a draft document showed. The European Commission proposed an overhaul of energy tax rules in 2021 to make them more climate-friendly, including by gradually introducing taxes on fuels for flights within the 27-nation bloc, which currently escape EU-wide levies. A compromise proposal, seen by Reuters and drafted by Belgium, which holds the EU's rotating presidency, showed countries are now negotiating softer rules for islands, both island nations and countries including island territories, reliant on aviation and shipping for transport and trade. Next, we have the top news in metal markets. Nickel prices in London started March lower on Friday as gloomy manufacturing data from China weighed on sentiment, although the market was set for a weekly gain amid supply concerns and better demand hopes. 3-month nickel on the London Metal Exchange slid 0.5% to $17,785 per metric ton by 0445 GMT. The contract has gained 1.7% so far this week. The most traded May nickel contract on the Shanghai Futures Exchange added 0.8% to 138,010 yuan, $19,177.11 per ton.
India launched the second part of its critical minerals auction worth an estimated 30 trillion rupees, about $362 billion, the country's mines minister, Prahlad Joshi, said on Thursday. A total of 18 critical mineral blocks, including tungsten, vanadium, cobalt and nickel, will be auctioned in 8 states across the country, including Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Rajasthan, a government statement said. 17 mineral blocks have been put up for a composite license, while 1 block is for a mining lease, it added. A composite license includes a license to examine a block and mine it afterwards.
We will now look at the top news in the agricultural sector.
Indonesia's rice output in the harvest period from January to April is expected to drop 17.52% from last year, hit by dry weather that brought a decline of 1.39%, data from the Statistics Bureau showed on Friday. The Southeast Asian nation produced 31.10 million metric tons of the grain in 2023, Statistics Indonesia said, estimating output from January to April at 10.71 million, down from 12.98 million in the year-earlier period. The El Niño weather phenomenon discouraged planting by some farmers in the period from October to December, the Bureau said, with rice-producing areas expected to shrink about 16% over January to April.
That is all for today's news on commodity markets. Stay tuned to TradeFlow News as we continue to provide you with more updates. We also invite you to follow us on Twitter at TradeFlow News, which allows you to watch our program on your mobile device or desktop to receive information from there.